got canceled. Every pickup I've accepted, it's been canceled today.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Monday, and I'm starting my experiment with the Android phone and Spark. And already, right before the store opens, I got a shopping order. So, now, in the past, I did a Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, and I did a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday before. I'll get a one order, especially in the morning. And whether I do the order or reject the order, that would be the only order that I got all day. Now the two times that I tried to do a morning and then later on in the afternoon, well, I got one order in the morning, one order in the afternoon, nothing else. So, off to Walmart we go, do this shopping, and then we'll come back. I'll come back in the general area of Walmart, but I usually try to go back home. We'll see if I get more than this one order. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that shopping order to a unique place. It's huge, though. It's an RV park. Well, most of it's empty, but I think it's because it's getting close to winter time. But there's a few permanent residents. But it's huge. Of course, it's on the water, and they also have tiny homes here, so people live here permanently. And there's also a section of the RV, and I was talking to the customer, that is also permanent for RVs. You know, I don't know if you heard, but some RVs buy property like right on lakes or rivers, and they build a little paddock with a cover so they can back their trailer in for more protection. And they just can't, at their campgrounds for like 2-3 months at a time. But yeah, this place. Plus, this place has tiny homes everywhere. But it's a huge campground. I can see off in the distance some tiny homes, but normally this is and they got little venues, for entertainment and stuff like that. But I bet you during the summer this is packed. Because it looks like they got accommodations for other stuff, but it's pretty empty except for a few permanent people that live here. And I talked to the customer; she loves it. She's permanent. She owns her own business, works from out of the camper. But yeah, I can see the support staff with golf carts and all of them. There's some entertainment venues stuff, but huge, just acres of empty land sprawled out with a few campers out there. But yeah, I bet you during the summer this is packed. And so anyway, I'm in somewhat Lincoln Riverside. Man, the sun is bright. And so going to head back to Walmart. Now this is where the test comes in. Every time I've done a Spark, especially with my iPhone, I only get one order, and that's it. So this test. This is a weekday, and we're going to see if this is going to fix the issue, so to speak. But yesterday, I don't think, since it was a Sunday, it was kind of somewhat busy. I had 3 pickups canceled. But we're going to see how this works out. And of course, this morning, quite a few Spark shoppers. Seems like, there's always going to be quite a few shopping in the morning. People want to get some food delivery. So this is going to be very interesting. So keep your fingers crossed. And hopefully I get an order when I get back. So see you in a little bit. Welcome back. Well, this morning I had the one offer and then nothing. And that's what typically happens. But that is a morning. So it is a weekday. So this is that's the same behavior. But seems to be different now. It's now 1 o'clock. I started up Spark at 11. Finally, and it's after 1. And what's happening, and offers start pop up. Of course, one popped up. It didn't look too good, and it went away. So, but that's different because before, when I tried to do a morning dash, and the guy only did that one offer, and then an afternoon dash, I finally get an offer, but then didn't get anything afterwards. Here, this is at least the second offer. I got this one. It's a pickup, 3 drop-offs. So it's going to be interesting if this is going to work. This is I'm trying to look at here. Yeah, $25 for 10 miles, 27 minutes. But it's a pickup with 3 drop-offs. So my luck with pickups at this place is pretty poor. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So at least I got something. And if this gets canceled, then I'll wait at the store a little bit. If I still wait, nothing happens, I'll come back home. So let's continue this experiment and see what happens. See you in a little bit. It was canceled. And I waited, so what time is it now? Waited 30 minutes. So, man, pickups are bad. But it was what popped up. I missed the shopping one that was earlier, but it was kind of, $14 for 14 miles plus, it was a shopping. It was kind of like, So, I'm just going to head back home and see if I can pick up another order. I tend to believe, I think, with the phone on an Android, it has improved my chances, because definitely it was improved my chances on a Sunday, because I did a Saturday and a Sunday the week before. Didn't get anything except one order the whole day. That's what surprised the hell out of me. But yesterday it was kind of a late start. I got several orders and I worked, and I made $75, and it was on a Sunday. From 6 to 4, but I had a big break in there because I was setting up a new phone. So I think, this is starting more to be Spark on the Sunday and DoorDash the rest of the week. I think that's probably the pattern. I'm going to get to the point where I can DoorDash Monday through Thursday, take Friday off, hopefully take Friday off when I can, and of course Saturday I we've got too much to do. Unfortunately, won't be able to not dash Friday because I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but I think it's tomorrow morning. I might be able to do a lunch dash, and of course do the rest to make up for it. But this I think my plan is just to do Sparks on a Sunday. I think it's probably going to probably be the best bet. And it's one of those things in the Sunday, it's I can, don't have to be in a rush really, gets me to go home and do, my work, especially editing videos. Then on top of that, I'll end around 4 because it starts getting dark around 4, and I don't want to be out when the sun goes down. So let's continue to experiment, see if I can get anything else. Now the pickup point was full, practically full, but there was no deliveries being made. So in other words, par for the course. So anyway, almost home. See if I can get something else. See you in a little bit. Well, 15 minutes later, picked up another order with a pickup with 3 drop-offs. This pays a little bit more. So I wonder if it's the same 3 as I got canceled before. So anyway, back to Walmart we go. Let's see if we get a pickup. See you in a little bit. Got canceled. At least it waited 15 minutes to cancel. Then I picked up right away, and since I was here, it was somewhat underwater. Small one little pickup for $9 for 13 miles, but it had a $5 incentive on it. And I hadn't moved the spot. I was getting ready to, and then it popped up, and I said, okay, since I'm already here sitting, chances are you get canceled too. So one thing though, they're popping in, the offers are popping in. I did this last week with the iPhone. I wasn't getting anything. Nothing. Not even, these little pop-ups, first come, first serve. I wasn't getting anything, nothing. Sat there all day with it front at my desk with the phone right there. So I'm still thinking there's still something about the doing Spark with an Android phone instead of an iPhone. So anyway, back to waiting, see if this pickup works. We'll see in a little bit. Got canceled. Every pickup I've accepted, it's been canceled today. Every one of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hang around just for a little bit. See if I can get like a shopping or something like that. But every pickup has been canceled. Let's see here. Excuse me. Yeah, I did my little delivery this morning. So, yeah, so 3 pickups, 3 cancellations. Ooh, I got $2.28 on those cancellations. But I did get $6.47 on the big one. So let's see what happens. If I'll hang around for about 5-10 minutes, so now I'm going to head back home. So see you in a little bit. Well, here we go again. Another pickup. We have multiple drop-offs, but it's for over $30. I will tell you this: while I was sitting there waiting inside, there were like 5 or 6 pop-ups, all pickups, and they all had the part of the $5 incentive issue, whatever. But of course, they were being picked up left and right. But there were like $8 for 13 miles, $12 for 15 miles. There were like 4 or 5 of these, and some of them were right away, some of them were directly at me, and I rejected them. So let's see. All right, if I was a betting man, I have a feeling this is going to be canceled, because this is a almost $40, $37.21, 21 miles, 3 drop-offs, total of 55 minutes. I extended my Spark time by an hour to 4 o'clock, so it is now just before 3. So if this pickup does work, I'll be done by the time it starts getting dark. But if this gets canceled, that's it. I'm done for the day. So on the Walmart. See you in a little bit. Order was canceled, and I was still let me wait. Came right back. Got another pickup. Basically same numbers, 3 drop-offs. $37.48 for 13 miles. A lot shorter. 34 minutes. ASAP pickup. We'll see what happens. So this is the fourth pickup in a row. I haven't seen a single shopping order this afternoon. So, all right, we'll see what happens. Bye. Pickup got canceled, and as soon as I got canceled, very similar pickup showing up right up. But I noticed then the pickup, the price went down. So I canceled. It gave me, I rejected it. But now I got a shopping. So I'm going to take that. It's 30 minutes, and so this is it for me. So I'm going in to do shopping. See you in a little bit. Well, I just made that shopping drop off. Probably one of the easiest shopping drop offs I've ever done. Just one item, an air fryer. Unfortunately, when I went to look where they said the air fryer was at, it was none there. And just luck would have it, I had an employee come in, and I showed her, and she scanned it. She says, "Oh, I got one in the back." So it took a while. The box was had a little dented corner and hole in the bottom, but I checked the hole and it looked like it didn't hit anything. It just all this stuff is packed now with these bumpers, the cardboard inserts and all that to help keep the product away from the edge. But it was the only one they had, and it was and the lady had to go in the back and get it. So anyhow, and I just now delivered it, so I am done. It's now after 4. I did, extend my spark time to 4 o'clock because I was just getting pickup, cancel. So as of today, I had I'll give a summary in it, but I think I had 5 pickups in a row, all 5 canceled. In fact, I talked to as I was getting ready, I was waiting in line to go to the Spark checkout register. This lady next to me, and she said, she saw my shirt and said, well, Spark. And I said, well, it's like Walmart DoorDash. So, I used to be DoorDash, but I thought about doing that at Walmart, but they kept saying, or trying to order from Walmart, but they said the opportunities were not, I don't know if she was asking about trying to work as a Spark driver, which there's a waiting period, or she's waiting to order something online from Walmart to have it grocery delivered. I don't know if she meant that there was no time available for that delivery. Well, that's how I took it. And I told her, I said, I've been sitting here waiting for pickups, and they've been canceling all day. When I got this shopping order, I stayed parked in the pickup lane, but I was sitting there for 3 orders. I walked up, and every one of the spots are sitting there with people. It's like that first Sunday. It's just almost every spot was taken. And as I was walking by, I heard this young couple. I assumed they were doing Spark together. And the guy was pitching a fit because we've been here 45 minutes and they canceled our order. Par for the course. So I took the I took the pickups because the ones that I decided were pretty decent. They were above $30. Just like I had that the video that's just now, it's already been posted. That over $100 Spark. And then that's why I was kind of reluctant, saying, well, is this going to happen? But it happened. And then 24 hours later, I got my tip. It was a $11 payment right away, but a $90 tip. And I got the tip, so I was pretty happy about that. So, yeah. Now, as I'm driving back home, let's kind of review part of the day. When I get home, I'll give the final total. The whole purpose of me doing this today instead of DoorDashing was to test to see if I had an improvement of offers using the Android phone instead of the iPhone. I'm going to tend to believe that it did. Now, starting off the day, it didn't seem like it because I started at the 6 o'clock. I got an order right away. And I did that, and it was a shopping order. And I think that's what happens. There's the way this Walmart here. The early ones are the shopping ones. Because I had never seen a pickup at 6 o'clock. And there were like 12 of us going in there doing the shopping. So, did that. Didn't get a single thing the rest of the day as far as the rest of the morning. And that was happening previously, but I was doing, those were happening both on Saturday, Sunday that I tried, and also on Monday, Tuesday that I tried. Nothing. And then I started, like I do DoorDash, I started a session at 11 o'clock. I was not getting any offers or anything. About 1 o'clock, though, things started popping. Things were coming in and they were disappearing because people were sitting there jumping on them. On those previous days where I was doing afternoon, both a Saturday and a Sunday afternoon, wasn't getting anything. I take that back. I would get one order like within 30 minutes of me starting at 11 o'clock, one order, but then nothing would come across my phone while using the iPhone during that time. Today, and the reason I did today, because today is a weekday. Sunday, yesterday, I was doing good. Kind of reminiscent of my very first Sunday, except, even though it was good, the cancellations were happening a lot. But I did quite a few shopping yesterday. But I was getting orders are coming in, offers were coming in. Some I couldn't pick up, some I didn't take, but they were happening. In fact, I worked even though I went from 6 to 4, but I had a big gap about 2-3 hours because I went and bought that prepaid phone. It was like a prepaid phone, but basically it's I bought a Boost Mobile Samsung A16 and bought some minutes. Took a while to get that all set up and trying to figure out because I'd never used an Android phone. Learning quickly now. I found that the apps on this Android look a lot different than the apps on an iPhone. And I'm gonna be honest, the apps on iPhone run a lot smoother. Android, not as much. They still run and all that, but I've run into, it could be because of the phone. The Samsung A16 is very low grade. It's not a high-speed phone like the processing power as the iPhone I got. I'm sure there are equivalent Samsung or Android phones on the same level as the iPhone that have the same processing power. I probably would have a better experience. But it is working. It's cheap. I bought it outright, and I was on a $35 a month plan. So I'm now going forward. I think I'm still only going to stick to doing Sundays, but hopefully with using the Android phone, it's going to, every Sunday would hopefully be a lot better. Because I did a Saturday, and I did a Sunday, and a Monday and a Tuesday, and I only averaged one offer every 5 hours. Here. Now there were long gaps, especially in the morning and towards the afternoon, which may sound, I would think on a weekday would be reasonable because after the morning rush, nothing's happening, and then the orders start coming in for delivery for the afternoon for people coming home from work and stuff like that. Now, What's going on here? Oh, they're coming this way. Never mind. So, tomorrow, now I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. It's my kind of a short version of a semi-annual checkup. Usually it was supposed to 6 months, but since I was trying out new medicine, which I never got refilled after using it the first time, I had to talk to the doctor about that. I usually have my appointments in the morning, so I'll probably most likely will do an afternoon DoorDash tomorrow. But I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use the Android phone. I downloaded and got DoorDash installed. Now, I still bring my business iPhone, the one that I've been using for a while now for DoorDash and Walmart Spark, but I use that as a backup because I got to have that for verification because my account, the phone number of the iPhone is what's on these DoorDash and Spark accounts. And I'm going to do that for a while. Plus, I'm glad I did because I was running out power yesterday. I ran out of power, I had to switch. But to solve that problem, hopefully I got this thing's got a mag. I ordered a case for the Android to do the mag mount. I have a mag mount on my car, which magnetic attaches the phone with a magnetic attach and charge. I couldn't get that to work really. I don't have the case I bought for the Android was not a mag mount, so I got one coming in hopefully today. I'm gonna give it a try. But I did buy a long time ago. I've got a power bank, and it was fully charged up. And I was about it usually I thought I needed it for the cameras and stuff like that. But I found out I've learned to not have the camera up all the time. I always shut down the camera in between when I'm not doing filming like this. I apologize for being long-winded, but this is the end of the day. I'm giving my thoughts of what's happened today. So hopefully, and I use that to charge the Android. I do know that that Android phone drains a lot faster because not only do I'm using Spark, I also have I'm using QuickBooks to do my tracking. I used Everlance, but since I've installed QuickBooks on my computer for helping me with my calculating my taxes, despite what people say, if you're doing delivery and you're self-employed, you still have to pay quarterly your FICA tax and the basically it's the Social Security tax and the Medicare tax. And even though I'm going to be getting Social Security, if I'm still working, making money, I still got to pay. And QuickBooks, through all my deductions and I keep track of my miles and my expenses, keeps track of all that, and it keeps a running total of what my estimate quarterly tax is. And my first time for me to pay is going to be January 15th, which is going to be for the final quarter of this year. And the reason being is since I started in the middle of the third quarter, it rolls over into the fourth quarter and so on. But I will be happy to say, based on QuickBooks now, and I've talked to my tax guy about this, and the mileage that I've been doing and all the other deductions I got, so far I don't owe Social Security or FICA. When I was putting my earnings and all that, to give you some idea, it started off that I was going to owe, at the time, it was like a week ago, I was going to owe $800 total for FICA and Social Security combined. So, crap. So I started putting my mileage in, and slowly that amount started going down and down. And when I finally got it all put in, and now I've got it automatically set up so it automatically loads my mileage into the QuickBooks. Based on what QuickBooks says, I do not owe any taxes as far as FICA and Social Security. Now, Income tax, that's different. That's a different animal. I send all that information to them at the accountant that I got. So anyhow, now I may still have to pay Social Security because according to the mileage thing, I'm getting deductions of 7 cents a mile is my deduction. I talked to my tax guy today because I asked him some advice about another issue, and he said, "Man, 7 cents is the max that you're allowed." So the other issue is I'm forming an LLC. The reason for that, I wasn't going to do that because I was talking to my tax guy. Forming an LLC, and just if I'm just doing a contract job like this, it's not going to really matter. But since I'm doing YouTube now, and since I've got a minimum 500 subscribers, I'm going to be opening up a store to sell merchandise, and one of them is going to be this shirt, but it's going to be a different design. The lettering is going to be just like this, but it's going to have the black outline on the lettering, and a hat too, because this is the official Spark hat that I bought from Spark store. But I'm going to have one that's going to say Spark Driver. I'm going to have a shirt that says Dash Driver, and it's going to be gray and a red hat. So as soon as I get my store set up and all that, I'll be wearing my official gear. And the reason is I need to do this because when I went sparking yesterday, I had a young lady come up to me. "Where'd you get the shirt?" And I said, "Well, I had it ordered. I made it this way." So, that's a cool shirt. And come to find out she's a Spark driver. So, but I gave her one of my cards to show my channel because I'm going to attach the store to my YouTube channel. So, anyhow, sorry for the long-winded, but I think I proved my theory a little bit about this the iPhone not working properly with Spark. Works properly with DoorDash, as far as I can tell. That's an interesting thought. I'll be DoorDashing tomorrow with the Android phone to see how well it works. I finally got it working so I can do speak text. I don't do the text anymore. I got it set up on the iPhone that I can speak into, and that's how I contact my DoorDash customers to let them know that I'm their driver. I got their order. I'm on their way to their location. I got tired of typing, "Got your order, on my way." So finally figured out how to do that on this Android phone, and it's a little different. It's not as clean as the iPhone. On the Android, you have to hit a microphone symbol. The iPhone, you don't. It just automatically. Once you set up voice, But on the caveat, it is highly inconvenient that when I try to do PIN number entry, the automatic voice thing keeps interfering with that. So, anyhow. So, almost home. Like I said, I apologize for the long-windedness, but it was just a very interesting day and some observations. Future announcements, y'all get a sneak peek of what's up, what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, going to be home very soon, and I'll give a summary. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I'm back home. Like I said, this has been an interesting day, and the summary that I got here tells an interesting story. First of all, according to what I got here, do some here. I made confirmed earnings $58.08, and that's on a Monday. Some of those earnings are from process tips from yesterday. Now, looking at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trips, quote unquote, completed. Really, I've only completed 2. One this morning, one this afternoon, both shopping. The other 5 were pickups. Every one of them canceled. So I had $58.08 in confirmed earnings, and I got, let's see here, $15.55 in unconfirmed tips. So now, what does that mean? It means that I think like I said, the Android phone is working better than the iPhone on the Spark app. So I'm going to continue to do Spark, I think only on Sundays now, with the Android phone. Tomorrow, I'm going to DoorDash during lunch. I'm going to use the Android phone for that. I'm going to see how well that works. I'm so used to using the iPhone. So anyway, it's been an interesting day, interesting experiment. I hope you enjoyed coming along, especially the sitting on my butt getting canceled on. Somewhat of a misadventure. If you like this video, please select like. If you like what I'm doing, I urge you to subscribe. To not only to help me build the channel, and but also to see the future videos. And I got quite a few coming. Like I said, I'm gonna some have already come out, and I have plans for. I think I'm gonna consolidate all my. I think I mentioned yesterday all my Spark as one big video, including this one, to kind of as an ending of the experiment, and that's gonna be it. So anyway, it's pretty late. I'm gonna go in and get cleaned up, fix me something to eat, and be ready to do this for lunch tomorrow for door dashing. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you later. Bye.